the revolution, y'all. Yup, the revolution.
The revolution, y'all, will not be televised.
Yeah, you gotta wake up, open your eyes,
Make a change in your life,
and find a new way of living.
It's time to start living for the children.
Everybody look into my life. Tell me what you see. The perseverance of a young man sitting is so free. LA Mac be the champ, but still fighting the struggle. They couldn't shut my mouth with a muzzle. I'm hard to figure like a puzzle. My name ought to be Jigsaw. Rough around the edges, I've been known to spit raw. Always with a pen and a book. I'm kinda thin and I look real suspicious like a one-eyed crook. St. Loco is the city I claim. Not in a game, but I'm bang. Don't try me, I ain't new to this thing. Consequences and repercussions for pissing me off. I ain't mad, I'm just trying to pay the rent on this loft. Short arms and short pockets, I be pulling out lit. So understand why I'm trying to get bent. We all about that hippie hoppy, don't stop me all the way live. Writing more issues than vibe when my mind televised. The revolution, y'all, will not be televised. You gotta wake up, open your eyes, make a change. We just wanna have a good time.
Hey, yo.
Wanna have a good time.
Nitro.
We just wanna have a good time. Oh yeah, no time for the drama. Come on. Hey, hey, we just wanna have a good time. Good time. We just wanna have a good time. Good time. We just wanna have a good time. Good time. No time for the drama. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. I just wanna have a good time. They calling me JJ, cause I got the mic posted up with the DJ. Please no requests, I'm repeating what he say. We got it under control, it's cool like Cool J. Now when the needle drop and the record spin, give me a scratch to let me know where the song begin. His shoulder hold the headphone with one ear so he can hear the monitor and mix the record real clear. It's okay, I said it's okay, cause I'm with the DJ. I'm with the DJ. It's okay, I said it's okay, cause I'm with the DJ. I'm with the DJ. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. Everybody in the place, they was...
Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good morning.
Wherever you happen to be. Okay, guys. Miguel is unfortunately indisposed. He's got car problems. He's in a tow truck, I think, right now, getting his car towed to get it fixed. So you've got myself and Sylvie for the next 25 minutes or so. And we're going to do a full presentation and a bit of news as well, which actually relates to some of the presentation. So really, without further ado, let's just get stuck in. Yeah, and we've got no World Cup to talk about now because it's all over.
No, but I will come back. See, I was going to ask you, what did you thought about the game yesterday?
Oh, wow. That was breathtaking.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It's straightforward for, what, 80 minutes? And then Kylian Mbappe decided to stir things up a bit.
Yeah, it was really worth the time.
It really could have gone either way. Yeah. It was touch and go. That goalkeeper, Argentina's goalkeeper, is just that save he made in the last minute. Oh my God, that's priceless.
I think that was the best game of all the.
I think so. The best final, probably the best game of the whole tournament. It was crazy stuff to save the best till last. Amazing. And I'm glad for Messi.
Yeah, he was really good.
Okay, international duty. Okay, guys, let's kick this. What am I doing? Entire screen. That's what I'm doing. Let's hope my little slideshow works again. There we go. Okay, guys, let's go through this presentation. For those of you who are new, welcome. And I'm going to do a brief presentation. Shouldn't take too long. It's about 10 minutes, just about that. And I'll not detain you any longer. Well, this is all about GMeta 1, but we are, we're launching our own digital universe. We're launching a token to go with that. But it's important to look at Web 3.0 because that's the next iteration of the web, the World Wide Web. And in looking at that, you really need to understand what Web 1.0 and 2.0 were. Okay, 1.0 was literally when the internet began, and that was in 1989, and it was static. You know, it was just literally you'd go to a website and you'd see some information about a company or an organization, and it was the first and most reliable internet. It was the first, it was most reliable because there wasn't really an awful lot could go wrong with it, as long as you could get a dial-up, you could access the web, offering access to limited information. So it was just literally somebody taking their business and sticking it online onto a website. There was no real interaction. It didn't have algorithms, and it was literally a one-way highway. It was a one-way street from the people who wanted to show what they did to their potential customers. That's all it really was. Now, up until 2005, that was the case. Then 2.0 really landed around that time. And that was a much more social and interactive version of the web. There was user-generated content, blogs and video logs and podcasts and things like that came around 2.0. There was a lot more interoperability. Websites had links to social media and other different other websites, other platforms, and there was also brand new computer languages which allowed web designers to flex their muscles a bit and show their creativity and make new and different types of website. And now, as well as that, a major part of it was the advent of social media. Now, back then it was stuff like MySpace and Bebo, but YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter quickly followed and dominated the market really until, well, where we're up to now today with things like, TikTok, etc., really coming on board. There's been various attempts to do other social media platforms which have either been good or bad. If they're bad, they disappear very quickly, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Now, also, as well as that, people started to access the web much more often on phones. Things like Blackberries back then in 2005 gave people for the first time the ability to go online using a phone, and now that is the preferred method of accessing the web for about 85% of people. Now, Web 3.0, that is upon us right now. We're at the dawn of Web 3.0. It's the next stage of the whale. It's much more intelligent. It's got the ability to process information with human-like intelligence. You've got AI systems that can run smart programs to help users. We've got decentralized finance. That's going to be a massive, massive part of it. So whatever you're thinking about cryptocurrency right now, this is, for me, this is the use case that cryptocurrency has been waiting for. And it's going to be a large part of Web 3.0. The metaverse, well, that's pretty much what we're here to talk about. That's going to be a massive part of Web 3.0 as well, and augmented and virtual reality and next level artificial intelligence. So what's the metaverse? Well, in broadest terms, the metaverse, it's a place where you can go and play and shop and socialize online. It's a virtual world. In short, it allows people to do stuff that they do in everyday life, or perhaps more to the point, on the internet. Now, the idea of the metaverse and why it's different, for example, during COVID, we all started using Zoom and things like what we're doing right now, StreamYard. Now, that's very nice, and you guys can interact and comment on this live if you wish. However, with the metaverse, the next level is doing these things, but actually doing them in the metaverse, where, for example, you're seeing me and Sylvie. Well, if we were doing this in the metaverse, you'd be with us. You'd be actually sharing the same space with us, and you'd feel like you're really with us. But the metaverse itself, unfortunately, doesn't exist right now because there's a lot of digital universes. That's the phrase we have coined for these other operations claiming to be metaverses. We actually call them digital universes because it won't be a metaverse until people can go from one to the other seamlessly, maybe using the same avatar. Right now, if I want to go from Decentraland to Somnium Space, I have to log out and go back in and log into Somnium Space. I can't just walk between them. So we're far from the idea that these metaverse experiences are interoperable, because a lot of them are, they all look very different. If you looked around and seen what we do, if you look at voxels, it's very different to Decentraland, which is different to Somnium Space. They're not built using the same tech because they were never designed to be interoperable, but now they're going to have to be. People are now realizing that they're going to have to backtrack. And now, what are we doing here that's different? Well, GMeta wants a hybrid metaverse ecosystem with interconnecting metaverse business development, networking, real estate, and education objectives. We're also a bridge. That was one of our primary functions. That was one of our goals, is to build the bridges, the necessary bridges between these digital universes to connect them all up and make them into what we would hope will become the metaverse. Now, it's always expanding. There's always going to be new brand new metaverse projects out there. And we're going to continue to attempt to bridge all of those with our own. A significant part of our mission is founded on education, and another pillar is rooted in networking and business development. Founded on a metaverse environment designed with the technological capacity to allow you guys to build, buy, sell, and rent metaverse real estate. We're bridging together education and development whilst creating a fulfilling metaverse environment for developers, real estate brokers, people who own property, NFT creators, virtual event hosts, planners, e-commerce merchants, and business-to-business offerings, and newcomers. We want as many people coming on board, brand new people to the metaverse. Now, building these bridges, that is something very important, as I've already mentioned, and we're already doing it. We've already established locations in other projects, such as Voxels, the GMeta Arena. We've already hosted Miami NFT Week, South by Southwest 2022, our own global gathering, and an exclusive event with none other than Wiz Khalifa. Now, we've also got a business hub at GMeta One Heights. You can rent an apartment, a shop, an office, or an outlet for your business. You can do that right now. All you need to do is reach out to us and we will do that for you and design it to your specification. Decentraland, we've got our 4-story headquarters already in a prominent site in Decentraland, and we're going to be letting out offices in that as well. And we're right next door to UPS. Now, we didn't move in next door to them. They moved in next door to us because we were in such a good spot. Somnium Space, we've got another GMeta Arena in Somnium Space, and we've actually got a world, a planet, if you like, we purchased from Somnium Space using their tech. Now, in the beginning, way back, 2003, was it too early? Well, let's look at this. Second Life launched in June 2003, 19 years ago. It was a pioneer for what we now know as the metaverse. Now, in Second Life, you can purchase avatars, you can purchase wearables, property, vehicles, etc. And you need to use their own internal currency, Linden dollars. Now, they're only available for use on the platform, like a gaming currency, like Fortnite has V-Bucks. Linden dollars are not externally tradable and they're not a cryptocurrency. Now, by 2013, these guys had 64 million registered users. Unfortunately, they only had over 1 million active registered users, and that hasn't really gone up since. So for me, I think they showed their hand too early. They were pioneers, but they came in too early. Timing is everything, unfortunately, and I think these guys were just way, way, way ahead of the curve. Now here are 3 other projects who maybe got their timing a little bit better. Sandbox, Decentraland, and Somnium Space. These were much more recently launched. If you look at Sandbox, they launched a year ago. Now the average land price a year ago was $100. The average land price of Sandbox as of now is $15,000. So a massive, massive turnaround if you'd have purchased at the very start. Now look at Sand, S-A-N-D is their token. The price when they launched that token was 8 cents. The all-time high was achieved when they launched their metaverse in November 2021 at $8.40. That's absolutely staggering. Now look at Decentraland. Similar pattern here. They launched February 2020. The price of land on average was $20 when they launched. The average price of land as of March of this year is $12,000. Again, phenomenal growth. Now their token is MANA. The price when that launched was 2 cents. The all-time high for MANA was achieved last November, $5.85. Exactly the same kind of pattern as Decentraland, or sorry, as Sandbox. My apologies. Somnium Space, these guys launched 4 years ago in September 2018. Now the average price of land when they launched was $500. It was on the high side, but that's actually gone all the way up to $10,000 as of March of this year. Now their token is called Cube. You can check all of these out. Go to CoinGecko. Check these out, guys. I invite you to do that. The price of at launch of Cube, their token, was 2 cents. That was about 2.5 years ago. The all-time high for that was achieved last autumn, or fall as you call it in the States, $28.12. Absolutely mind-blowing how much that token went up. So as you can see, the price of land has gone up dramatically when all of these, and the price of their token topped out at huge growth figures. Now we're not suggesting ours will do the same, but these are, documented facts. This is what's happened to similar projects. Now, why are we different? GMeta1, well, we want to be a bridge between our world and other metaverses. We've got unique offerings. We've got NFT proposition. We've got the GMetaV Academy education portal and the business and advertising market. But these bridges that we're building are what truly distinguishes us from any other cryptocurrency project. In addition, our token will be launched on the Binance Smart Chain. It's faster, more flexible, and cheaper for our users. We will offer a bridging solution to use Ethereum and Polygon when we launch. If people want to use those currencies, we're not going to stop them. Our pre-sale bonuses, which we're in right now, you've got a pre-sale opportunity to earn 100% bonus match if you're sharing this with your friends and family and they purchase some GMeta tokens. Now, if they also then refer people in, you will also earn from the second level at the rate of 50% bonus match as well. So you can accumulate millions and millions of GMeta tokens from sharing this opportunity. Now, as well as that, if you get good at sharing the opportunity, well, we're going to give you prizes. We've got incentives here, NFTs, VR headsets, and even 3 Dodge Challengers as well. Now, our token is the power to our ecosystem. Everything from paying for education courses to buying land, well, pretty much anything. putting clothes on your avatar so you're not walking around in the buff. Anything you want to purchase. If you want to purchase land, you're going to need our token. If you want to build a property on it, you're going to need our token. If you want to decorate your property, you're going to need our token. Anything you want to do, you're going to need G-Meta token. Therefore, the use case, well, can't be denied 100%. Now, in this pre-sale where we're at the minute, we're raising $5 million. And that represents 20% of the total supply of 1 trillion G-Meta tokens that will ever go on sale. Now, as well as that, we've already got 5,000 holders and over 15,000 subscribed. So we've got the use case, we've got the community, and we're also taking 2.5 million of the 5 million we raised in this pre-sale and putting it into locked liquidity. Those are the 3 things you need for a successful token launch. Okay, so you've got the liquidity, use case, and a good community. So where do you think our token will go? I'm not going to speculate, but our token's going to be very, very attractive to potential investors, even people who maybe aren't even interested in the metaverse. They just want to invest in a token. It's going to have 2.5 million in locked liquidity. That means nobody can touch that locked liquidity. Nobody can do a rug pull. It's very safe, secure, and very attractive. Now, here's in the press. We've been out there in the press. They've been covering a lot of our launches and our events. As you can see, South by Southwest was covered in Last Minute Crypto, Coinpedia, Bitcoinist, Investing.com. Not just cryptocurrency publications, guys, and also not just in English, all over the world. So the metaverse, who's involved? We're going to do some news later. It's going to feature a couple of the companies we're going to mention here. Celebrities, look at those people. A lot of musicians. It tends to be a lot of creative people, sports people as well. Their names aren't even on that list. People like Tom Brady, the most famous American footballer on planet Earth. Talking of footballers, Messi, Ronaldo, recently released NFT collections. You don't need any introductions after the last few weeks with those guys. Now, people like Madonna, Lady Gaga, Shawn Mendes, Paris Hilton, Snoop Dogg, Rihanna, Floyd Mayweather, Shaq O'Neal, Jay-Z, Travis Scott. Remember Travis Scott? I'm going to talk about him in a minute. Fashion brands, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Burberry, Givenchy. Pretty much all of the major fashion brands. A lot of those guys are currently opening up locations in Decentraland. Seems to be the chosen destination for a lot of the fashion brands. As well as that, there's Hugo Boss isn't on that list. They launched recently in the metaverse a couple of weeks ago. Food and drink, look at those names: McDonald's, Coke. It just goes on. Jose Cuervo, Johnny Walker, Stella Artois, Deliveroo, Budweiser, Burger King, Starbucks recently joined. All the major sports brands. Look at these financial organizations: JP Morgan, Citibank. Remember Citibank? We'll talk about them in a minute. HSBC, American Express, Morgan Stanley, MasterCard, and Visa recently took out patents for metaverse and NFT projects. Travel and tourism, celebrity cruises, going to talk about them shortly. Emirates Airways, Singapore Airlines, Lufthansa, Qantas, Qatar Airways, Disney, we're going to talk about them as well. Sony, Samsung, Nintendo, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Nvidia, the list goes on. Retailers, a lot of the major retailers in particular are creating experiences. This isn't just about opening up a shop and expecting people to walk in and do what they do on your website. This is very different. You need to create something that's unique, an experience that people will remember. Why are they getting involved? Well, look at this headline. The metaverse economy could be an 8 to 13 trillion total addressable market by 2030. That wasn't me or Sylvie or Miguel. No, that was Citibank. Citibank did a study into the potential of the metaverse, and that was their conclusion. That's a bank. Banks are conservative. They don't make wild predictions unless there's a strong basis for those predictions. The benefits of having a metaverse presence for any business are numerous. It permits businesses to reach a global audience without geographical limitations. It allows businesses to interact with their customers in a more personal way, a more social and engaging experience for customers, which can lead to more long-term sales and long-term loyalty. That's what Starbucks are using it for, their loyalty scheme. I said it could permit businesses to reach a global audience. Travis Scott, I mentioned as one of the major players. Travis Scott did a gig in Fortnite. How many people saw that gig? 46 million people saw that gig, and he didn't leave home to achieve that. How many world tours would you have to do to reach an audience of 46 million people? Come on. Your virtual premises in the metaverse and everything in it will be NFTs you can stake to earn a passive income if it's our metaverse. If it's our metaverse, we're going to permit people to earn passive income from staking their NFTs. So you could be sitting in your house. Your house is an NFT. The sofa you're sitting on is an NFT. The TV you're watching is an NFT. And you're earning income from all of those. Businesses can also use virtual worlds to train their employees, replicating real-world experiences to let their team practice in advance. Happening already. US Air Force, no less, is doing that. Businesses can test out new products and services without having to invest in physical infrastructure or risk negative publicity. Incredible. Now you've got an opportunity to buy, sell, and rent and stake metaverse parcels. Because anything you can do in the real world with property, you can do it in the metaverse. In fact, you can do more. You can choose to lend out the experience of working with other people. And malls, galleries, shops, and event centers will allow creators to showcase their content collection. Sylvie's doing this right now. We've got the G-Meta Heights. Sylvie's got a 2-story premises in there where she's showcasing all the NFTs that she creates. So it's happening already, and we're already renting out premises in G-Meta Heights. Metaverse projects with staking pools will allow you to purchase land and stake it as an NFT, which I've already mentioned. Once a metaverse project achieves a certain level of popularity, just like in the real world, it creates desirable areas and prices react dramatically, very dramatically, as you've already seen with the way the property prices have gone up in the metaverse. Here's our services. We're not just launching a token. We're not just launching our own digital universe. We're not just building bridges. No, these are real services you can avail of right now. Metaverse land purchases, building services, commercial and private rentals. Billboards. You can rent billboards from us. We'll design them for you as well. You can buy them, rent them. You can rent venues. You can have metaverse event management, NFT creation. Sylvie is a maestro at doing just that. Wearable NFT design. That's what one of the main things that Sylvie does. Education and training across all of these aspects. We're not just going to keep these things private to ourselves. We're actually going to teach you how to do them. Much more to come as well. This is our team. Guys, we're out here doing this 6 times a week. We're not hiding. You know who we are. We're, a lot of us are here. You can go to our Instagram profiles and check us all out. There's the handles. Go there, check us out, see what we look like. Make sure we're real. We're not hiding. So imagine a market free from the traditional barriers to entry, a platform where you can promote your brand globally, a currency with huge liquidity and infinite usage, and a world where anyone can participate and stake their claim. Okay, that is our presentation. Solomon, thank you for that.
Well done, Andy.
Sure. Okay. Well, I did mention going to share a couple of news items, and this one it just kind of follows off of what we were just saying there. Celebrity cruises. Now, I'd heard celebrity cruises were involved in the metaverse, but we didn't actually see what they were doing. Now we can. This is dead clever. This is cool. Look at this. Celebrity Cruises uses the metaverse to provide potential customers with a virtual experience. Users can create an avatar and experience their Celebrity Cruises ship with other users, meet the captains, drink at a bar with the company's CEO. They can also interact with each other with a chat feature integrated into the platform. So they've created a ship, a metaverse experience in the form of a copy of one of their existing cruise liners, giving people a chance to experience the Celebrity Cruises travel experience. You know, they can go in and do that without paying thousands of dollars to achieve that. The purpose of the metaverse platform is to market to new audiences. They want to target customers that have never taken a cruise or have never taken a cruise with celebrity. Everyone is welcome. The target, though, I'd say, is people that haven't experienced a cruise ship, so all they know is maybe what they've heard or read, sometimes positive, sometimes negative. Like a PlayStation game, the user can control their avatar, jump on a speedboat to the ship, then experience each deck on the cruise. Once you board the boat, see many details that make a Celebrity Cruise experience. The lounge seating on the decks, the bars facing the water, and the swimming pool centered on the ship. This is cool as well because I used to work in the travel industry, and depending on the position of the cabin, what deck it's on, what size of window, etc. Does it have a balcony? All the prices vary. But you know, and you can't really get a feel for what these cabins are actually like from a picture. You can guess, but if you're actually able to walk in and feel the kind of scale, the size of it, in real time, and actually, you know, it'll be the right size for the avatar that you're playing. So you'll be able to see what kind of space you're going to have in each of these cabins and what they're going to look like, which side of the ship they're on, what you're looking at out the window, everything you need to do. And that's just why the travel industry is going crazy for the metaverse, because in the same way, hotels can do that. They can show you the view that you're getting. People always say, it comes with a sea view. And a lot of times you turn up and there's a tiny little piece of sea that you can actually see from your room. So you can actually experience all that. So the force behind Celebrity Cruises Metaverse is Surreal Events based in Georgia. They've created metaverse worlds in various industries. So they're using the Unreal Engine. So that is Fortnite. Epic Games have made their games engine available to other people to build their own metaverse projects, which is pretty cool. Here's another one you possibly have heard of, this tiny little company, Disney. Now, Disney set to launch in the metaverse. Disney is currently investigating the metaverse's potential to produce captivating stories in which readers can take on the role of heroic characters in enchanted tales. Disney has launched an augmented reality short film with Brie Larson that is Captain Marvel to you and me. It illustrates the idea of a virtual Disneyland in the future. For the 100th birthday, one of the most active metaverses will officially launch. The business was established on October 16th, 1923. So the Walt Disney Company CEO underlines that because the project is so big and complicated, it is not yet worthwhile to discuss the precise timeline. But although the majority of the company's goals are being kept a secret, a few specifics can be ascertained through infrequent management pronouncements and insider information. Now, they appointed the former Apple Arcade CEO, Mike White, as their head of Metaverse, basically. He's also responsible for developing a fresh method of storytelling. Blockchain technology, this is what we keep talking about, decentralized finance, blockchain technology will be used to guarantee that the metaverse activities are profitable. Disneyland has already made available an NFT collection called Golden Moments that includes well-known movie figures and settings. Each sale of these tokens results in a 6% commission for the company. The metaverse's narratives and stories will come to life through full participation. Popular 2D characters are now portrayed as 3D objects. Users can communicate with them while relaxing in their own home. It is rumored that users would be able to enter feature storylines and witness their preferred movies from the first-person point of view in a story mode. Wow. To commemorate the company's 100th anniversary, Disney has teamed up with an e-commerce platform to open a digital marketplace. Lovers of Mickey Mouse and Goofy would be able to stop at the Disney-themed online store for a variety of one-of-a-kind digital goods, such as rejected movie music, music avatars, rare character photos, etc. So, in that, this is the final thoughts here that somebody's come up with. The company is now exploring a few elements such as mobile 3D NFT or characters, NFT collections, and augmented reality movie releases. We anticipate they will all be combined into one huge central metaverse, with Disney controlling the entertainment market by offering a virtual journey through a fairy tale. So, guys, this is like, if you think about it, this is the next level for, at the minute, you've got a lot of companies releasing streaming services. You've got like Disney Plus. Disney Plus, if you want to watch any of Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, because Disney owned the whole lot, you can do that using Disney Plus. And you have to pay a subscription. But this is kind of the next level. They're going to create their own metaverse. And knowing Disney, that ain't going to come for free. They're a profit-making juggernaut, really, Disney. So this is kind of what I think is going to start to happen more and more. You're going to start getting these big companies putting millions into creating their own metaverse projects. And at some point, there'll either be subscription services, or obviously you're going to have the opportunity to pay in-game, lots of in-game purchases, lots of your children coming to you and asking you for some money to buy stuff. This is the way it's all going to go. Definitely. What do you think, Sylvie?
Definitely. But imagine, for example, if they're gonna be selling, because for sure they're gonna be selling NFTs, right? But I am wondering if they're gonna be selling, for example, just like us, like a property inside the metaverse, the Disney metaverse, and we can own, for example, I don't know, Rollercoaster or something there, and that would be amazing, right?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I can see a lot of things. If they're going to release these, they're saying they were going to release augmented reality movies that you can actually jump into. That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember in Disneyland, in Paris, in Disneyland, they had already like a 5D movie that you could actually feel everything, and and there was a movement, and there was those characters coming out of the screen. You could actually feel like the bird was coming straight at you, and you would feel the wind and feel the water passing. Oh, it was amazing, you know. And it was so many years ago, so I can just imagine when we actually implement that with metaverse, it's gonna be something else. Like yesterday, for example, I seen a video where they were showing Volkswagen. So basically, Volkswagen already's got a service that you can use the QR, how they say it, the glasses.
Yeah.
The glasses, you can use it, and you can actually go and have a test drive of the car. You can see all the features, and you have an assistant live who will gonna explain to you everything, how everything works, and help you choose the color of the interior and on the inside, and basically everything, just like you would do in real life, you know. But instead of going to the salon, you just put your glasses on and connect with somebody, maybe in Germany, actually, you know, and they will show you how everything works. That was absolutely amazing. But that's where we're going. That's where we,
you know, and I think whilst Mark Zuckerberg did a lot to create awareness of the metaverse, his vision has kind of brought a lot of bad publicity, because he's obviously their vision isn't really what most other projects' visions are of the metaverse. But guys, if you need evidence that the metaverse is going to be the next level, Disney aren't stupid. You know, these guys, they're 100-year-old, massive money-making organization, and they're putting millions into the metaverse. Celebrity Cruises, that's very, very clever. That, you know, those guys, multi-million-dollar organization, they're putting loads of money into the metaverse. That's what's driving this. And I'm going to do an article. I have to actually do another article, Sylvie, for the next issue of ROR. I have to do that between today and tomorrow. And that's going to be about how these brands and how people are using, how these big companies are using it, and how that makes it inevitable, 100% inevitable, that the metaverse is going to be a massive part of everybody's life over the next 10, 20 years.
Can you feel that the way now we are talking about metaverse is like, if we would go back to, for I don't know, maybe 2009, 2010, and start talking about Bitcoin, you know, and people then, no one knew about it, you know.
Yeah.
People said this is a scam, it's never gonna work, and look where we are right now. Still, a lot of people don't know about Bitcoin, about crypto, or they know because they heard, but they don't even know how it works, you know. So but now we are talking about metaverse, and guys, you are listening to us, and please do something about it, you know. Take action, because that's where we are heading. And you don't want to wake up and in 10 years and think about, look, I remember the Andy guy, you know, and the Miguel guy and Sylvie, they were talking about this metaverse, and now all the life is with the glasses, you know, or in the metaverse. And we are working in a metaverse, we are eating in a metaverse and sleeping in a metaverse. And I didn't took the chance 10 years ago to be actually in it.
Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of hard luck stories, and there's you know, think about you know, the last, you know, the actual World Wide Web, you know, millions, billions were made out of that from people who were there. You know, even I had a friend who actually weirdly is an English guy. He lives in Mexico, in Cancun, And he, at the time, he was going on about the internet. It wasn't, you know, when I first met him, the internet was a thing, but it still hadn't been, it wasn't mass adoption. But he was buying domains. He just sat there and bought domain names all day long. He used to watch American football. Now he's an English guy. He used to watch American college football. Why did he do that, do you think? Because he wanted to know who the rising stars were in American college football, because those guys would go to the main teams.
Yeah.
So say Miguel Salvador was a up and coming quarterback for University, Penn State University American football team. Here you go, MiguelSalvador.com. Register his name, because that guy at some point become famous and he wants his domain. Where's he going to buy it from? My friend, this is that kind of thing.
Exactly.
He also registered every hurricane. He went to the US meteorological site and they have listed the next 20 years hurricane names. He.com, the whole lot of them, bought every single one, because those guys would end up, just incredible what this guy was doing. And he built thousands and thousands of websites, and the traffic going, advertising all over the place. So it's just that I didn't do that. He did.
Yeah,
you know.
that's the people who are actually know how to think ahead of the time,
Yeah.
you know. And we are in a good place.
We
guys.
are.
We are in
We're
a good
fortunate.
place.
We're fortunate. We didn't
Yes.
think of it. We're just fortunate that this presentation was, or this opportunity was presented to us. So, yeah, guys, you're all in a good place. This is the dawn of this new era, which is going to be Web 3.0, and you're here at the start of it. Don't forget that. Congratulate yourself for being here. Okay, guys, we will have Miguel back tomorrow. And hopefully his car will be back on the road as well. And
not
we
for
will
long.
we'll be going
Not
into
yet.
our various metaverse projects. What I will also do as well, guys, once I create this presentation or this article I'm doing, I'll put it into a presentable format as well, and we'll go through that too, just to mix things up a bit and do some different stuff. Okay, guys, have a wonderful remainder of your week. We'll see what's going to pan out this week. Because Miguel was talking about potentially, we don't want to jump. It's a very busy time of year. It's a family time of year for people, so we don't want to draw on your time too much this week. But keep watching, and we'll keep you posted on when we're going to do some presentations over the holiday period. Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.